one of the key things in LittleBigPlanet 3 that we've gone from LittleBigPlanet 2 and LittleBigPlanet 1 is that we've gone from 3 playable layers, because they could in the older games they could only make so much. It's kind of limited, but the community actually found ways to glitch layers and put stuff in the background, so it looks really cool. But you really couldn't, let's say, interact with it. You can only have Sackboy go with those 3 layers. So we at Sumo Digital and Sony decided to say, let's go from 3 to 16 playable layers. So as you can see right there, already loads of depth. It's not the prettiest thing in the world.
Right.
But I put this together like in maybe 30 minutes.
I think it's the prettiest thing in the world. For me, that's heaven.
Yep. Made a basketball game. In LittleBigPlanet 2, you really couldn't do that. You couldn't throw things into the world and it won't come back at you. But now, like, let's say if this was made in LittleBigPlanet 2, it would only go side to side. But
because it was an illusion.
Exactly.
Right.
So now,
that's
you're
amazing.
bad at basketball.
I am. See, just like in real life. So
I think you can get those hoops.
Yeah.
You got it. At least one, man.
I normally made it to like make myself look good, but obviously I'm not doing a very good job with that.
You're failing as a designer right now a bit.
Oh no.
What have I done?
Can you dunk it, man? Fly from half court.
Straight over.
Whoa!
Oh!
That was it. Dunk yourself. Dunk your own body.
Boom.
That was incredible.
Job done.
It was a chaos dunk.
That was amazing. I asked you if you could do it. You just owned it. You made it happen. Anything can happen in this game now.
Exactly. So one of the cool things that we did, because we've added so many layers, we've added these things called 3D layer tools. And one of them is the layer launcher. And it's like kind of like a circus cannon that shoots Sackboy into the world, out of the world, so on and so forth. So I'm going to try to make this shot. We'll see where it goes from here. Please work. Hey.
Yeah.
See, more interactivity in the background.
Yeah, there's so much going on.
Yep.
And you just throw yourself.
Bye. So yeah, that's really some of the cool things that you can do. And it's really easy to place into the world as well. So you just go into a tools bag, find it right here, a layer launcher, and then you can actually set in the layer launcher what layer you want to go to. So it's completely customizable. Like, you can just pop it in there, and then slide into the menus like this. And then right here, you can go forward, backward. So let's aim for that bit right here, the target, and see what happens. And then once you've done that, just bounce right on.
Oh, it's so awesome.
I still love that cat that's there. Just a cat rocketing into space,
Oh,
because
that's
why
so
not?
good.
Because it's LittleBigPlanet.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it makes sense there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
really,
so
really
awesome.
Interesting things. Yeah, and of course, like all the new characters that you've added, or that we've added to the game, and we'll actually get to that. You can add too. Can activate, can use all these tools as well. And so the next bit is the slide. And now, if you've ever been on a slide, I hope you have.
I've done that.
Okay, so
several times. I might be sliding right now.
You do look low.
I'm low down in this chair. This chair is just a natural sliding machine.
Yeah, definitely. So the slide here, it allows Sackboy and friends to just go from the background to the foreground like that. Just kind of like a playground. So if you ever wanted to make like a playground level, something like, kind of like an Indiana Jones type thing where you're getting chased by something and you're like, oh shoot, I gotta slide down. Yeah, stuff like that. Really good. And then again, like I mentioned, not only can Sackboy use it, his friends can too. So here we have Sackboy pushing.
Oh, you just knocked him around.
Yeah, just knocked him around.
Well, that's what friends are for, right?
Exactly.
Oh, and then you blow them up. Even better.
That's the way it works. LittleBigPlanet.
Not that we encourage as a company blowing up your real friends.
No, but they're
Let's legally disclaim that right now.
They're sacked.
Your sack friends.
They're sack friends.
Fair game.
They're built to do these kind of things. And the cool thing is you can actually edit and customize the way the slides look. So you can have something that looks solid over here, like that, or you can add a water material to it.
Can you make cats come out of it?
You make cats come out of everything if you want.
Okay, there you go.
Basically, once the game comes out, we're going to be watching for your cat level.
Yeah.
Cat everything.
Rocket cats.
I love cats.
I want rocket cats.
You want rocket cats? It'll be
right now.
It'll be all cats all the time.
Yeah, so you can go down the slides relatively slow. You can customize how fast you go down them as well. So you can go from there, and then more blowing up.
Oh, that's so good.
And you can go relatively fast like that. In and out of the world.
Yeah,
really simple stuff right here. Yeah,
and all that stuff that wasn't there before in part 2 with the depth. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Because we've added those 16 layers, so we want to make sure that you were able to play all over the place. Yeah,
that's so cool.
It's really neat stuff. So in a way, it's kind of like adding so many 3D elements to a 2D, relatively 2D game.
Yeah, was that difficult?
Yeah. Well,
because you have to have it make sense, right? So people can add layers that are playable. I mean, if that makes sense.
That's totally understandable. We just made sure that because the community, and we love the community. Actually, I'm from the community myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I was hired.
Yeah. Because you were the guy that.
I made some interesting levels.
Yeah, you made some great stuff.
Made some pretty interesting levels. Yeah, but some of the things I made like a top-down fighting game.
Okay.
Just gigantic monsters and everything like that. It's a lot easier to do with the 3D layers now because you're not fighting, glitches and everything like that. We're just being said, go for it. Go for it. And
so you guys were, well, I mean, you're from the community, right? So, but there's other people in the community, and so how did you hear them out? I mean, forums, emails, Facebook,
we have
Twitter.
A very,
There's
very
about a million ways they
community.
can reach us, to be honest.
And they do. And we spent a lot of time listening to their feedback. And since a lot of us who actually work at Sumo Digital are from the community as well, who've been hired, by us, it's we really take it to heart. Some of the things that we want to change, obviously, not being a developer and seeing a game. You want things to work out. I wish they had this. I wish they had this.
Yeah.
So we really tried, obviously as coming from the community, we're yeah, let's see if we can do that. And that's why we went with this route as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Definitely. Yeah. And so another one of the 3D layers that I want to show you. This is the bendy rail. So it's kind of like taking a wire between 2 points and just wrapping it around everything. You make loop-de-loops, the whole nine. It can be as straight or as curved as you want it to be. And the cool thing is, if you want to make a roller coaster level, this is probably the best tool to use.
Those are some of the best.
Really simple.
Yeah, we've got a guy called Josh Hughes. Hi, Josh. You're probably watching. Who has spent about 5 years at every event. Every time I see him, he's like, all I want to do is build roller coasters. I keep trying to find ways. Pretty much this has come in because people like him are so passionate with their roller coaster love.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So all you need to do, really, is place a bendy rail, and then you can connect this thing right here called a rail hook. It's a caster-like thing. To any object, and it will actually ride the rails, go back and forth, and you can also obviously edit its speed right here. Oops, there we go.
Oh, you know that people are just gonna go.
Yeah, they're like, oh, what is that? Yeah. Oh my gosh, all these little things here.
It's just gonna be as fast as possible.
And
then they'll find a way to make it even faster.
Yeah, exactly. So not only can objects ride on it, Sackboy and friends can as well. So you have a Sackbot grabbing it here.
Bringing all the people.
Yeah, maybe.
Come on, come on.
No, that was adorable, but yet somewhere, that was a weird, adorable violence.
It's the LittleBigPlanet way. And the cool thing is, you can actually make it invisibles. So, as you can see here, they're actually riding on the bendy rails, but it doesn't really look like it. And they're just riding smoothly through the deep layers. In and out, in and out. And if I wanted to make a shoot 'em up, right? If I wanted to make an asteroids type level, all I need to do is place the bendy rails for the enemy's pathways. So I don't no longer have to make really, really complex logical bits and whatnot. Because, to be fair, we can get really complicated.
Yeah. How complicated were some of those user-generated stages? How?
We had the calculator was still the thing that somebody built
from LittleBigPlanet 1. That's before we had proper logic systems from LittleBigPlanet 2. A working calculator.
Wow. Yeah. A working calculator.
Yeah. One of the guys that we
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That's insane. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really wild. You can really go nuts. And one of the guys that of course we hired, Steve Big Guns.
Steve Big Guns.
Oh, I take it he's got the guns. He's got
just a couple.
Steve Big Guns.
Kind of small now. But he made a first-person shooter. And again, these are things you really can't expect to make. You're like, can we do that?
Wow. Yeah.
So hopefully a lot of these tools make it easier for
it's
players.
Crazy. Ilka made a 7-part sci-fi drama series in it.
Yeah.
There was a puzzle. It's astonishing. We've had wedding proposals.
Through the game? Yeah. Whoa.
They're beautiful things.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of.
Have you had any divorces via?
I hope
not.
We only bring
this game has 16 layers now.
16 layers of wedding bliss.
That's better than a burrito, right? Burritos have some layers.
A 16-layer burrito?
A 16-layer burrito.
There's a lot of sour cream in this thing.
There you go. So anything's possible.
Yeah, most definitely. And then I was talking about adding your own characters.
Right.
So in LittleBigPlanet 2, you were able to sort of customize a Sackbot and kind of control them and make them do what you want. But we tried to make it a lot easier in LittleBigPlanet 3. So you can do the same thing with any of the characters that are in, the new ones, Toggle, Swoop, Sackboy, and who did I forget? Oddsock, yeah. Oh, I can actually get Oddsock.
How can you not remember their names,
Shame on me. So yeah, what I'm showing you now is character customization. And right here, I'm going to show you a little bit of the logic systems that we used. Because normally,
Yeah, normally it wasn't like that.
yeah. Well, I mean, in Little Big Planet 2, we did have that. But this makes it a lot easier.
Yes, it does make it way easier.
So what we're going to do, we're going to give Toggle the ability to fly.
Oh.
Normally, he can't do that.
No.
Yeah, so with the character customization, you can give him, you can give your characters almost anything that you want using logic systems and everything. Like if you want them to store fireballs,
Sure.
sure. If
It
you
makes
want him,
sense.
Yeah, if you want him to jump higher, if you want him to make him run really fast.
Wanting to shoot cats, you can shoot
Yeah,
cats.
you can shoot cats, definitely.
That's incredible.
Yeah, rocket cats.
Rocket Cat's just like
Rocket
out of his
Cat's-
eyes.
That sounds like a great pop song.
Shooting cats out, make him as big as he
Yeah,
wants
make him
to
as big
be.
as you want. Then we can also change the head size, and then we can maybe even find an appropriate costume for our flying Toggle.
We
I wanna
think
see
you
what's
should
up.
pick.
You pick.
Your choice.
Oh, the cheerleader, man.
Everyone
Everyone
picks the
picks the
cheerleader.
Then I don't want to
Done.
pick the cheerleader then. Oh, that's
No,
beautiful.
look at him.
I like it.
Looking lovely.
I like the braces. That's a
Yeah.
beautiful touch.
So let's go ahead and make sure that we can actually control and set up the logic system so that they can fly. I've added an advanced mover so that they can fly relatively fast when I hold R1. And another cool thing that we added was the character animation tweaker. So what that does is I can set loads of different types of animations and set it for any type of action that I want to do. So if I wanted Toggle to like swag walk when he's flying.
Swag walk,
yeah,
fly.
You gotta have that.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta
I got
have
that swag fly.
Most definitely. So yeah, we can do that, but I'm just gonna set it to underwater walking for
Okay.
now. So whenever I press R1 and start flying, it looks very different from something else. And
Right.
You can add loads of different things like
Underwater
sponging.
walking.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm
Yeah.
still hooked on that. What does underwater walking look like?
Yeah, let's get there.
I want to see an underwater street fight.
We can
We'll get there.
Let's have that too.
Let's make it happen.
I want to see that.
So-
Okay.
So now that it looks like we've got all the bits set up, let's go ahead and go to this thing called the character change gate, which allows us to save the characters that we have just made. Boop. And there we go.
that easy. Okay.
Just like that. And then you can always go back to it because it's saved in your game. You select that, and then all we do now is just run off to the change gate, press triangle, and no longer we are Sackboy, but we are the person that we just made.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
this beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful
It's
cheerleader.
wonderful. Hey.
Hello, how are you
Got those
doing, guys?
streamers. Got those streamers on your wrist, girl.
There he
Looking
is.
good.
Yeah, looking way good. So now here
Is
we
that
go.
that
Yep.
underwater
Oh.
swag walk?
That is
Whoa.
an underwater swag walk right here.
What is that?
Look at that
Yeah.
thing.
So yeah, normally you couldn't do that.
No.
With Toggle in the story mode, but in create mode, in any of the levels that you want to make, you can go nuts. You can go nuts. Woo. So let's go ahead and go back to Sackboy.
Oh, he's back.
Yep, looking good so far. Looking good so far. So, have there any interesting questions coming along our way?
All about rocket cats, frankly.
Rocket cats.
Oh, they
All
wanna keep
people want
that-
is more rocket cats.
Listen, if there's
Oh,
other
darn,
questions
rocket
out there
cats.
beyond cat, I know we could probably talk about rocket cats for a long time. Has there ever been a cat in space? I think so, right? But rocket
Yeah.
cat in space, whatever.
We'll make it happen.
Ask real questions. Come on.
So,
We got the beautiful people here to answer.
Yeah, because I think a lot of the questions we get is because this is the first time the Little Big Planet's on PlayStation 4. It's obviously out on PlayStation 3 as well. Is that people want to know how we're taking advantage of all the cool new features we have.
Yeah.
And the big question we get is, are we using the touchpad on the PlayStation 4?
Yeah, most definitely.
So we'll run through on this.
Yep. So you can use the touchpad. You move your finger around. You can use it to navigate menus by swiping left, right, up, and down. And then you can also select objects in the world, like this. And because we came from Little Big Planet Vita before this, and we learned a lot using the touch functions that that had, and it made it a lot more tactile for people to play who are like, especially creators who were kind of sort of I guess. Like, whoa, that might be a bit much with all the controls and whatnot. So what you can do, you can move objects like this. You can like paste things. Just use your finger to just
Right.
paint anything.
Scribble
you want.
stuff on.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I mean, it's kind of like how everybody has a touch object in their hand, like a phone, a pad,
Yeah.
tablet. So yeah, we wanted to add those functions to them. And then another cool thing that we did, we brought it to create mode as well, as obviously you're seeing here. So what I'm going to do here, our robot does not have a head, so I'm going to use touch create by swiping up, 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 and going into the goodies bag and placing
Goodies bag.
material. And this the touch functions work for like, decorations, materials that you want to place in the world, objects, and you can resize them by using the multi-touch as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, resize and then like rotate.
For a lot of people, that's going to be
it'll make it a lot
easier.
Just to jump in.
Yeah.
Yep, and then we can go ahead and just press on the touchpad there to place it in, and now our robot has a head.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
Yeah.
There you are, Peter. There it is. What? I see it now.
But another cool thing that we can do with touch is we can actually paint and make our own stickers.
Tell me more.
Yep, let's go for it. Yeah, please. All right, so let's go ahead and make our own sticker here.
By making all this stuff so much more accessible, the amazing content creators you already had, they're gonna be able to do
Oh my
more.
goodness, yeah.
It's gonna be even easier for them. And then you have like people like me, like who were intimidated before. They're like, I'll try it.
Yep.
I'll try. My level's gonna be really bad though. You have like how many years has the franchise been around now?
Over 5 years
Over
now.
5 years. So you have people who've been doing this since day one. I could have been one of those people, but I decided
You
to
could
go
have
with
been,
Twitch.
but you went.
I decided to go with Twitch instead. That was a mistake. I could have been the greatest level designer ever for Little Big Planet.
We could have
close,
been doing the interview,
Yeah,
and this
we
would have
could
been
been
you
on the
sat
other
here.
side,
Yeah, exactly. They call it Johnny Longlegs. That would have been because you got Stevie Big Guns or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So hi.
Yeah, that's one of the things you can do.
And that's his face now?
If you actually, if you take your time, 'cause
Sure.
this would have been way too long to show you guys.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, we did this earlier, and of course you can use the touchpad. It can get really, really complex because
Oh, I certainly.
There was also a feature in Little Big Planet 2 with the Move, where you could also paint your own stickers, and people made some really amazing artworks.
That's incredible.
So yeah, just imagine what you could do now with the touchpad
Yeah,
and
with
PlayStation 4.
the precision of you wanting to get that
Most
angle
definitely.
just right.
Exactly. And so the next bit I want to show you here. This is probably my favorite edition of the game. This is the Powerup Creator.
Okay.
Yeah, so in the earlier games, people would try to make really cool things for Sackboy to hold or whatnot, but it never felt as good as someone because we had a grapple hook and it was always on his hand. We had the grabinators.
Yeah, I remember all that
grab
stuff. Yeah.
all that. Now you can actually make your own power-ups, and they will be in your hand and they'll be function just like the way our other power-ups do in the game. For example, in the story mode, we have this power-up called the Pumpinator. And it blows things out of the way. It takes things into you, so on and so forth, by just pressing out L1 and R1. But we used the Powerup Creator to make that. See, that's the thing about Little Big Planet. All the tools that we use to make the game, all the story mode stuff, it's
In the game.
Yeah,
Right.
we give that to the community. So if they really wanted to, they can remake the story levels.
Wow.
Yeah,
and
it's
their
pretty
own
awesome.
vision, in their
Yeah,
own way.
Exactly.
Their
exactly.
own, the beautiful
Their own
thing.
take on it. Right. That's pretty rad. Watch out.
Yeah, crazy
Watch
stuff.
out. I almost got you.
So I'm going to provide you an example of what
Show
things
me.
that we can do. So with the Powerup Creator, you can take any object that you have collected in the game and make it into a power-up. So for example, and you add logic, you can make it as simple or as complex as you want it to. So if you wanted to make banana nunchucks, you could totally do that.
Banana nunchucks.
Banana nunchucks.
Oh, please, someone make banana nunchucks.
We're
We
gonna
challenge
get
you,
into-
community,
yes.
day one. We will give you a pin for banana nunchucks.
Yep. So the way you do it is that you add this little logic bit called the blaster handle. You can place it on anything. You can place it on this, that, whatever, and that essentially, says this is going to be a power-up that I can put in Sackboy's hand. And then, obviously, I added loads of logic here. Well, to be fair, this really only took me maybe 30 minutes to build.
Yeah.
It looks pretty. Yeah, there's lots of random things going on. in there, yeah. Logic there, logic there, logic
That's so
there.
cool,
Yeah,
man.
Definitely. So once we do that, oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that.
Just like that, it broke.
Just like that.
Just like that. Everything can happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these together.
It's really an advanced piece of technology. It has to take its time,
Yeah,
put
yeah.
it together,
As you can
right?
see,
Don't rush it.
No. The best work is when you take your time.
Exactly.
We can go ahead and save it. Again, kind of like how we did the character
Right.
change gate into this power pedestal. And then capture it like so. And then we can go ahead and select it again because it's saved. All I need to do is run over the pedestal. And now I have a Drillinator. We like to put
Drilling it. Look at,
nadir
those,
to
look
the
at
end,
that.
yeah.
That looks incredible, though.
Yeah.
That when you're spinning it, that looks so good.
Yep. And all I'm doing is
Yeah.
pressing R1.
Whoa.
Yep. And some of the things that the Drillinator can do. is obviously
Oh no!
drill through rocks.
Drill
Yeah.
through hot rocks.
Yep. And to be fair, this is actually one of the simpler power-ups that.
Easy now.
Whoa, whoa,
Oh.
whoa. Yep. We got a avalanche or like a good old toggle over there trying to
Yeah.
throw rocks at us. Being a jerk. But that's what you do.
They
in
just
Little
want
Big
to
Planet
ruin
sometimes.
your day.
Yep.
And it makes everybody so happy.
Yep.
Oh, free your friend.
Oh, free your friends.
Look how
Free your
scared he
friends.
was. Look at him.
Now
That
you
is
get
a
all this
scared
fresh
Poor
air.
guy.
Fresh
Poor
air
guy.
now. That's all you needed.
Yeah, so the next power-up that I'm going to show you, I call this the Ballooninator.
Anything can be an
Pump
Inator.
it up.
We like
Pump
to,
it up,
yeah,
Inator.
The
That's how we do it.
Twitchinator.
Yeah,
Twitchinator.
the
Yeah,
Twitchinator.
yeah. Streams.
Streaminator.
Streaminator. All streams all
So,
the
yeah,
time.
I made this, again, using a blaster handle. One of those handle objects there. It
Okay.
doesn't have to be a handle object. I could put, again, a banana
Oh.
and everything like that. And I
That's
also added this new feature called the decoration mount, which
Okay.
allows us to, like, resize the way stickers are. So it can go really big, really small, so on and so
Oh.
forth. And of course, with a little bit of logic as well, this one allows Sackboy to fly
Yeah.
long distances.
Do it.
And see, Swoop
Round
is
of
very
applause for
impressed.
Swoop.
And the birds just are so happy that he was able to make that jump.
You did it. And another cool
He did
thing-
it without wings. He did it on his own
Uh-huh.
way.
He's basically evolution right now.
Yep.
Right.
It's happening. It's happening. So another cool thing that I can do, if I have some objects that are a little too heavy for me to push around, just bop them out
Yeah, I
of
was
the way.
gonna say it's like an airbag.
Yeah, exactly. Good old punching bag. And
Easy.
of course, yep. Glide slowly down here. Excellent stuff. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, that was
So close.
precarious.
Yep, very close. And not only that, not only objects I can push, get
Oh.
these little bad guys out of the way.
Get him out of there.
Get away. Go away. We don't need you. Don't ruin the stream.
Those are
Ooh,
stream
that-
monsters.
Yeah, stream.
Get them stream monsters away.
Yeah, stream monsters, done. So, another cool thing, like I said, you can make anything into a power-up. We have a fork.
Yeah.
But what does the fork do?
You tell me, man.
Right.
This is an
So-
open world of
Yep.
magic.
We have some puzzles here, a little puzzle here. It looks like I can't get past it, so I need that alligator oddsock that's sleeping to
To
move over.
move the
move
crank.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So how do I get his attention, though?
How do you lure an odd sock? That's the
Yep.
question of the day.
We use chicken.
Of course, it made so much sense. Where'd that chicken come from?
Yep, so this is the chicken and forkinator.
Patent pending.
Yep. Yep. So
Whoa.
our alligator oddsock can go back to sleep.
Okay.
Yep. And then,
You didn't get no chicken though.
yep, no
Ah.
No. Oh, the chicken just dissolves, man. It's like the symbiote suit from
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
definitely.
Chicken in the fork, like one.
chicken. Yeah. So yeah, those are some of the really cool things that you can do with Little Big Planet.
That's
And-
rad.
Yeah, because we've added so many new features. I think we've added 70 tools, 70 new tools.
You should know. You added them.
We've enhanced a load of the ones
Yeah.
from Little Big Planet 2. And also, we've added some from Little Big Planet Vita as well. This is the most comprehensive Little Big Planet ever.
Right.
And to be fair, what we're showing here, 'cause it's a like, really big deep dive into like the create mode. I mean, on the spectrum of things, it would be more on the hardcore than the casual.
Right.
Yeah.
But we've also added a lot more things that we're going to show later that make it a lot
Oh, yeah.
more accessible. You know, you can actually, we introduce a lot of create features during the story mode. So you give a little teaser like, oh,
That's so
that
cool.
was a lot easier than I thought it
Yeah,
was.
that's cool.
Yeah, what we'll do is we'll do some kind of awesome dance, and we'll show you guys one of the actual like single player levels we have.
Okay. So
Kind of like here's one we made earlier.
Yeah. So you're just gonna dance. We're gonna hang out while we figure all this out.
Yeah, definitely.
Do some kind of ninja wizardry. So what we've got is we're on the show floor as well. We're around somewhere. We exist
There's
here
layers.
metaphysically.
I've never been here before, and there's literally layers of halls on top of halls. It's like this convention center is a Little Big Planet of convention centers.
Ooh, I like that.
I guess, if it makes sense. It's very meta. Sometimes we get really
Yeah.
meta
I
with
quite
this.
like that. So we've got three different game codes playable here. We've got the one you may have seen us do on stage at E3, which is a
Sure.
4-player demo. We have a single-player, 2-player demo, which shows you the lovely toggle, being both big and small. And then we've got an Ogsot demo, which we'll run through here, which no one's seen
Yeah.
before GamesCom,
Yeah.
which is quite cool.
Exclusive.
Exclusive,
Good. You
yo.
have to be here to see it. You have to be here live. Although you're watching live.
Kind
you have
of,
to-
somewhat.
double live. It's a double
Yeah.
live. But that's
Exception.
cool. That's cool. So, yeah, I always get really excited whenever a Little Big Planet comes out, because not just the robust system itself, the game, right? The gameplay
Yeah.
mechanics and the building mechanics and all that stuff. You guys have always had a really good ear for music. Passion Pit came out of the first one.
Yeah.
That was like their first thing, right? And then now they're a big band. There was another group that was in there. Some really cool indie stuff. Is the music also going to have, and Little Big Planet 3, some really good indie jams?
Oh, it's been great tracks
I think
in
that's
there,
just to be expected.
Okay,
really,
good.
I think that's like pretty much like a franchise.
You guys
concept
always
right
find like this one indie band that kind of gets really big exposure from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, does that still make them indie cool? I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. Passion Pit, that dude, I can't. When I was a big fan of Passion Pit, and then all of a sudden I heard it in the game, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
That came
some
out of
random
nowhere.
stuff,
And now he's just like a big deal. It's cool. Are we?
Almost
It's okay.
there,
We're still figuring out.
Just checking out some of the questions that we've had online,
What's up?
which is a lot. So we had a lot of questions about backwards compatibility. So like we
Okay.
said, all the almost 9 million levels will obviously work on your PlayStation 4, and they'll look glorious, better than they ever done before. In terms of your profile, which a lot of our community ask about, we're on it, essentially. We've had a lot of people. It's important to us that people who've played the franchise and been with us, like you say, for almost 5 years, are still supporting, are still able to bring as much as they can to Little Big Planet 3. So we have a lot to tell people. So we're kind of slowly getting all the information out there. So
but don't worry, we got it.
yeah, we got
They
this,
got
guys.
it.
We
You
got
heard
this.
it. They got it. They're on it. They're
And
gonna
then I
fix
guess
it.
another question people have been asking about is whether or not, because, it is on the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
As to whether or not their levels are kind of like being held back. Why are we not using the PlayStation 4's power? To be fair, on both the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4, we have this thing called a dynamic thermometer.
Yes, that feels like the right term.
Yeah, it's definitely.
It sounds
the
very
way of putting it.
science.
So, in a way, you can make really, really huge levels. We're essentially just letting go of the borders. So you can go. You can make like an endless runner.
You can make an endless roller coaster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
there
goodness,
it
that
is.
would be glorious.
There it
Done.
is. Yeah.
Job
I
done.
wanted to see it looping around. I want to see somebody make that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It'll get there. It'll
Okay,
get there. And I'm sure it's
I
going to
know
show up on
how.
YouTube and everything like that. And then speaking of, trailers and stuff, and one of the cool things about the PlayStation 4 version of Little Big Planet is that you can make your own trailers and attach it to the levels that you make. So it's almost kind of like a Netflix type viewing experience when you're going through levels. Like we use the share factory function of the PlayStation 4. So what you do, you make your level, you play through a level, start recording, and then you go to add a trailer section. And then next thing you know, you're editing in the trailer. You want it to show all the
Little
good
movie
bits in your
maker.
level.
That's awesome.
Yep. And then you just pop it on.
Yeah,
Just like that.
That's there's so much there.
too much, man. There's
No,
too
but
much.
how do you share that? Is there like a robust tutorial that's going to say, yo, John, I know, okay, this is what you can do?
Just for you.
Yeah.
Just a
just for
dedicated
me.
one for you.
For noobs, man. Like,
No, it will show you how to
Well,
do
we
it.
have tutorials for everything, and what we have is we have a community site called lbp.me, and we've had that for years. It's an amazing site where you can like queue up levels, direct your console, but we're rebooting it all to support the trailers, tutorials,
Yep.
and make everyone have a little big social network, we call it.
That's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just a lot. And then there's still more to show, right?
Yeah,
I know, right? We're not
definitely.
even done.
Yep. So
Gotta dance on.
Yeah, get the dance. She's
Dance,
dancing.
come
She's
on,
dancing. That means
guys,
you
we're
can show it.
ready.
so yeah, I think we
soon,
can,
we're keeping the tension
we can
going.
go ahead and show
There we go.
on socks action. Have Sarah redeem herself.
Okay, yeah. So the story goes, we did a stage demo at E3. It was terrifying. We went on stage to show and announce the game. I'm ready. I've rehearsed for about
hours
months
and months.
and months.
Yeah, you've had
I've got
mentally.
it down.
Yeah.
I get there. I've got to do a wall jump. Can't do it. 3 times. We had like a small input lag problem.
Okay.
So all I saw on the internet is a girl who couldn't wall jump.
Oh.
So now I'm going to wall jump for about 5
Forever.
minutes.
Yeah.
Forever. Never an endless wall jumper.
She's got this down. I've seen her do
Oh
it.
man, I got this.
Robo-Dog.
We're going to change ourselves into Robo Dog because it's adorable.
That's amazing. Robo dogs, robo cats,
Oh, Robo everything.
voodoo cats,
yeah.
voodoo dogs,
Why not, right?
zombie dogs.
See, look at that. I can jump. Look at that.
Yeah, so this is Odd Socks level here with an introduction. So we're gonna show how fast you can run with Odd Sock. You can jump off walls.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
And
One,
again. Oh,
2. Oh, look at that.
Easy,
you did it.
easy.
Everyone see that online.
And it's live.
Yep.
People saw it. There's a couple thousand people that saw it. You did it. You
Yep.
redeemed yourself.
My life can begin again.
where you get harassed, you can't jump off a wall.
Honestly, every interview I did, they were like, "Hey, do you want to show us a wall jump? Are you
Yeah.
okay?"
Oh,
I was like,
really? Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It still
no.
happens.